friendly as Dash of Dave. He'll take some scraps and bits of this, turn them into something you can't miss. Junk journals, tapes, and crafts galore. He'll have you begging, show me more. Oh, Dash of Dave, oh, what a sight, mixing colors day and night.
Hi everyone, it's Dash of Dave here again, and I'm back for another crafty video. So we are going to do more on this house. So I'm just continuing this from last time, but it's another video. Hence the reason why my fingers look just as dirty and in the same dirty fashion. So this is where we got to last time. So we put the frames on. We put I'm trialing the windowsills. I quite like those. We call them windowsills in the UK. I don't know what anybody else calls them. I can only use UK terms and references because that's where I live and that's what I am. So I've got this out. This is a silicon mat out because I wanted to see if I could create kind of a window box for the upper floors, because I need to, obviously I'm going to need to make windows to go in them, but I was thinking about the outside first and then building the other stuff from the inside, maybe putting the windows in from the inside. I think I'm going to have them so that they kind of have like a cross shape, or I might go for a more modern look. I don't know, I haven't decided. I know I want it to look old. I don't want it to look, I've moved away from the Tudor looking. I'm just going for a cottage style rather than from like an old-fashioned cottage. So like I say, I was just thinking, I wanted to see how I could make a window box. Now I was thinking about trying to build it from wood, but I'm actually now thinking maybe I should try and build it from cardboard and wrap it, excuse me, I've got hiccups now, and wrap it in wood. So if I made it from cardboard, and I've got loads of bits of offcuts of cardboard here, so sneezing as well. So what I'm thinking is I want the upper floors to have a window, window box, a flower box, whatever you call them. So they're 3 inches wide. Yeah, 3 inches for both of them. And I think if I have them at about 1/2 inch deep, yeah, that's about 1/2 inch. So let me just figure this out from building a box perspective. So we want it to be 3 inches that way. And we want it to be 1/2 inch that way. Okay, so that means that we will need 3, 2. I'll just turn my glue gun off because it's getting very hot. And we want to flap that way, which is also going to be 1/2. And flap that way, which is going to be 1/2. So that's going to be 4 inches. So we need a piece of card that's 4 inches. And that's going to be, oh, how deep do we want the box to be? 1/2 inch as well? Yeah, 1/2 inch. So that's going to be 1/2. So that's 1.5. So it's 1.5 that way. No, 1.5, Dave, not just 1/2. Okay, so that's what we need our paper to be, or well, our card to be. We need it to be 1.5 by 4. So let's just cut this. Let's cut this straight first. I think one of these edges, that's straight. That's a straight edge. Let's just cut the straight edge first. Make this a square piece of card. Well, as in square, the angles are square, not the piece of cards being square. Just cut all the wonky edges off. So we need to have a piece that measures 4 by 1.5. So that's going to be this is going to be the right size. that's 4 by 1.5, and we'll do another one because we want 2. So now I should have a little scoreboard, which I do, and my scoring tool. So I want to do a score line at half. I'm just going to turn it round and just do half all the way round. Half and half, and we'll do the same with this one while we're here. Half. Why am I turning it round? Just because I get a straighter line if I turn it round, because I can make sure this is pulled against this edge. If I do it on there, it can move away as you're doing it, and you're doing it to a straight edge. That's why. So, especially when it's a box, you do need it to go in a B square for it to go together. So that's those. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this so that I've got some tabs. Don't mind that being actually that way around, that's fine. I'll do it that way, so the tabs don't get in the way of each other. And then this way. Right, I'm going to put this together first and see if this is right before I commit to cutting that one. So I'm going to just score in all of these lines. All my flaps. Like so. Okay, so now I'm going to glue this together and see if this looks right. Like proportionately, if it looks right. So just glue it. I don't mind if the box isn't quite perfectly square, because remember we're going for that rustic look anyway. So a rustic look hides a multitude of sins, so you don't have to worry so much if it's wonky and it's rustic. It's forgivable. And then we're just going to have to wait until that's dry, which I think it is now. I'll just do this bit. Right, we need to cut that flap down because it's going to be too big otherwise. Yep, go in there. I don't know whether I'll get my peg in that space. Oh, just perfect. That's fine. Put that side in. Just chop that down. Good thing about being a crafter and doing these things is that you know how to make a box. You know, I'm sure there are some people that build these kind of things and have to learn how to make a box. So is that going to be about right? Yes, it is. It is going to be perfect. So I'm going to build another box. Cut this down. I'll do the same with this one then. I should have cut it first, but never mind, I'll do it now. Cut. Like that. Do the same on that. I could have done it differently. I'm going to cut that down because that's going to go in that shorter space. And that one down. I could have done it, you know, different way round, but I thought if I do it the same way round, where I put the the reinforcements, the tabs. I think it'll just look the same shape. It doesn't matter anyway. I don't even know what I'm talking about. So let's glue these bits in. Pinch it, put a peg on it. Starting to feel bunged up, so I'm thinking, am I coming down with something? I really hope not. I do not. Well, I guess I'd rather have it now than at Christmas. So, but yeah, I think I was quite poorly last Christmas actually. So I'd like to be quite well this Christmas. Please, Santa, put it on your list. Santa baby, slip a cold remedy under my tree for me. I've been awful all year. Not awfully good. Just awful. There we go. So, 2 little window boxes. Said no one ever before. And now I think, well, at least this way then I can fill it with something. I don't know what I'm going to fill it with. I don't know what I'm going to make as the earth that goes into it, but what I'm thinking is if I kind of layer it up like this, maybe I should have thought about the depth of these actually, although, it doesn't matter really, does it? How am I going to do this? Right, first of all, let's think about the aesthetics of it. So these need to be cut down to 3 inches. So let's just go. No, not scissors, Dave. Do not use your scissors on those. So 3 inches. We want 3 inches for all of them, because that's the same size as that. Then I think that will work out. Let's just cut this one and find out. Is that the same length? It's a little bit short actually. Yeah, so it's a little bit short. We want it to not be a little bit short, so we're going to have to cut this one to a little bit longer than 3 inches. Let's cut the end off. In fact, let's cut the other end off. Let's cut it to the width of the whatever the box is. Then we're not worrying about the measurements to there. So the bottom I want to be exactly the right size as the thing, and then the side pieces can be a little longer to cover the bottom, if that makes any sense to anybody, and if it does, wow. If it doesn't, then I'm not surprised. Some of these are a bit manky on the end. I'm sending my coffee stirrers back. They don't make good window boxes. I don't know how many of these I'm going to need. Is that also the same size? Oh, Dave, get a grip. That one. That one. And I think I need another one. So just going to cut this down and see what it looks like. So I might have to glue it on to keep them in place. So going to glue one down the middle. Let's just glue it, Dave. You can make another. You can easily make another box. You are an accomplished box maker, Dave. Just squeezing off the excess glue there. So get it kind of down the middle of that and hold it down. Hopefully this will stick it. Hopefully I'm not going to have to use hot glue for this. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. It keeps popping up. Though it is a bit bent. Try again. Maybe some 3-in-1. Maybe this might work. Although I'll be lucky. It will take me 3 days to get it out. Let's use some Kalal. That's much more liquid. I should be able to get it out quicker. Oh my gosh. Yes, no problem getting it out, just more problems keeping it in is the issue with Kalal. Equally, I don't want to get too much Kalal on the outside because I don't think it'll take colour otherwise. So that's stuck down, that's good. Where are the other pieces? That piece. Just kind of drag it through it. Again, it's a bit bent. I'll drag it this way a little bit. Square it off. I don't know. Like I say, I don't know whether this is going to work, folks. So, but this is the reason why you're here. So should we get rid of that for a minute? Well, I don't mean get rid of it, but just put it somewhere. Gives me a bit more light. You can probably see more about what's going on as well. So put that on there. Well, the bottom's worked out all right. So now the sides. We need to do the sides again. We want to cut the end off and measure how much we need. I think we're going to have a similar thing to the bottom. So it just hangs off the sides a bit. That hangs off the edge a bit. Do I want to have it like that, or do I want to go smaller and see the sides? Might go smaller and see the sides actually. So I'd cut that one on that line instead. Oh, now we've got an issue. Which one of the actually is that the same size? Oh, they're both the same size. That's, well, kind of almost the same size. So if that goes on there, is that the same? Oh, that's a little short, that one. Is that the right one? Yep, I think that's going to be alright. Again, squeeze of Kalal on my desk. Dab this. Oh, don't flip it over, Dave. Although if it has gone wrong, we'll just make it the inner side that you're not going to see. Too much glue on my fingers. Hey, glue, the Rocksteady crew. Oh no, that's not how it goes. Yes, Dave. don't know. I've decided that wasn't wide enough, Dave. Stop trying to force it on me. Oh, in my eye. Pie in my eye. Well, actually, wood in my eye. That's typical. It would happen, wouldn't it? It would happen, wouldn't it? I'll forget it, Dave. So, are we all ready for Christmas? Am I allowed to mention the word now? Now it's December. I've bought most of my presents. I know. It's like, wow. This is not like me. It's not like I'm like, oh, Dave's super organised every year. I used to be. I went through a phase of being really super organised because I used to work in retail. Of course, when you work in retail, you have to be super organised because you've got to be at the beck and call of everybody else. However, it's a bit wonky, that one. Again, another one that's a bit bent, but might bend it back, that one. But yeah. And then I went through a stage of, I missed out. I started deliberately not being organised so that I could go Christmas shopping and in Christmas period, but now I've gone back to being super organised because people annoy me. People's selfish attitude and their attitudes towards retail staff and any staff really annoys me. So I feel like I have to defend everybody every time I go somewhere and end up getting involved, and then anyway, so I've just stopped going shopping trying to stop going shopping in the busiest times. Also, then that leaves the space for other people to go that can't go, that are surviving on a very tight budget and can probably only go in the run up to Christmas. I have the luxury of having a little bit of savings as a buffer. Not a huge amount. I would love to say I was comfortable. I'm not comfortable. I can make ends meet, put it that way. So we're going to put that there. Maybe I should have stained these before I did anything with them, but hey, it's too late now, isn't it? So this is probably not the best way to do this. It's quite messy and it's very hit and missy. I'm hoping you can see what I'm trying to accomplish here. I'm trying to make it look like it's been nailed together type box. I think I've stuck the wrong piece of wood on. No, that's definitely the smaller one. Get rid of that. Go away. Get away from me. So again, 3 up the side. Just like that. Maybe I should cut these two together. If I cut another end off this, then trying to cut another piece. This could be the worst mistake I ever make, but hey, we'll soon find out. So put them on there, just clamp it together and hold it in place before you actually cut, Dave. Decide if those are lined up before you cut. No, Dave, that's not lined up. Is that in the right place? Yep, it'll do. Cool. So that one can stick on. I think this was definitely easier though than trying to use hot glue to do this, because I'd end up being scolded to death trying to use hot glue on something like this. Maybe I should have put the collal on the surface of the box rather than on the wood. It's all stuck to my fingers. Is this all drying? It is drying. Is it still wet enough? It's all sticking to the wood, so... Right, well, I'll make one. We'll see what it looks like. Find it hard to stick it to that very small lip. Especially when my fingers are stickier than the actual wood is. I'm hoping that's stuck together. Off my fingers. And then I want to do the ends. Now, I don't quite know. Maybe I'll do them... Do I do them going that way? Or do I do them going that way? Oh, Dave, you're just breaking this now. Really should leave it to dry before you do anything else, but... Do I do it that way or do I do it that way? I think I might do it that way. And I'm just gonna cut them all the same size, whether it looks right or not. So I'm gonna put a couple on together, and the bit that I'm cutting off, because it's safer to cut off a smaller bit than it is to try and hold on to the smaller bit. That's those two pieces that I need. Put that on here again. Dash Dave, he brings the cheer. Crafty wonders, year to year. Scissors glow, ribbons dear, handmade holidays appear. Old time charm with modern twist. Crafty dreams that can't be missed. Junk journals upon his list. I don't remember the rest of it, but that's not bad for me to sing. The words to my own theme tune. Dooby-doo. I don't know whether this is gonna look good or crap, but I'm just gonna go with it anyway. Oh, another big blob on there. Maybe now is the time to deploy the... this is all like I am absolutely caked in glue. Maybe it's time to use a pair of squeezers. If you can work out how to use them. Again, Dave, it takes me a while to get my head round using a squeezer. No, you don't just stick it in the glue, Dave. No, again, don't just stick it in the glue. Sorry, concentrating. That's the reason why I've gone quiet, because I'm concentrating. Honestly, getting my coordination together to get the squeezers working taxes my brain. So that's one end. Well, I don't know whether it looks any good, but I don't know why is it moved? Okay, it's fine. Oh no, I need to go. Let's just do that. No, let's cut some more first. Cut this piece off. Might be working dangerously here with a tiny bit. That's 2 pieces. I need a third piece, and then I just want to cut that bit off because that is not straight. I need it to be fairly flat. Oh, these aren't the same size at all, but oh, it's a rustic flower box, isn't it? So okay, so let's just stick these down. See what they look like. So they usually have like reinforcing bands of other bits of wood, so I might put some other bits on to give it that look of box, like a proper wooden box rather than the way it currently looks. And we wanted it to look rustic anyway, didn't we? Yes, we did. It's a rustic house, so, and you know what's going to happen is somebody's not going to like it, but haters are going to hate. And I've started to learn that there's not a lot I can do about it. So what I'm thinking now is we have like a band up the side. Maybe if we have it with a rounded bit. Oh, that could look good, couldn't it? Yeah, that's not a very good line, Dave. Goodness only knows what that line's supposed to be. Let's do 2 of them. Try cutting it like that, double stack. Did that do it? It did. So if we use this as the front, like that, it's a bit of kalal. Let me do that like that. Yeah, I like that. It'll kind of hold it together as well, so kind of has a purpose to it. So this is probably going to look really out of proportion on the house. I'm just warning you. Never even thought about the proportions of it, but does it need something on the corners? Let me just see. Let me just play. I do not know whether this is going to happen. So I cut this down. This side is the bit that I need. And I've cut that way. Oh, could be dangerous, Dave. Dangerous Dave. Who ever thought Dangerous Dave would appear? No, that's not going to stick, is it? There isn't enough surface area, I don't think, for it to stick with this kalal. Especially because the kalal's gone thick. My fingers are so sticky, like that everything's sticking to them rather than to. Oh, come on, don't do this. Move out of the way. No, Dave, you're sticking that to the bottom now. off me. And then if I stick this, there's way too much detail going into this, isn't there? I don't even know whether that's going to look right, and I don't think it is going to look right because I can't get it to stay. If I could get it to stay, it could look quite good, but no, every time I touch it, it's just coming away. Don't know whether it's looking good actually or whether it looks terrible. Does it add anything? No, I don't think it does. Oh well. Nice try. Nice work if you can get it. Anyway, so that's that. Let's just have a look and see whether it looks ridiculous. I don't know. I honestly don't know. My fingers are so sticky. I honestly don't know whether that's going to look good or bad or ridiculous. I mean, it's giant. Like, it's bigger than the door. You won't be able to get it inside. Oh, you can get it inside. Do I like it? Do you like it? Should I make another one? Maybe I should make another one anyway, and then I'll let you decide whether I put it on. So I won't attach it. I mean, I can't attach it anyway. I've got to leave it to dry. So maybe I'll make another one, and then we'll decide. So So the decision is up to you, whether I keep it or I say no, Dave. It was a nice try, but it looks terrible. It's really hard. It's really hard to be. What's the word? Subjective. That word? Don't know. Let's find a pencil that's got a finer point on it. There is always the chance, though, that this one will look better than that one because I've learnt something. Actually, let's do two pieces together. So you have got to help me, okay? So promise me that you are now going to not just like the video, but also tell me in the comments, should I use the window box? Or should I not? Or should I go back to the drawing board and try and do a different style of window box? I want you to be I want you to lead on this. What is going on with that? That is completely wrong. No, that's got an end on that one. Some of these are only good for coffee stirring. How dare they? I need to do 9 of these, so I'm just going to do 9 altogether, I think. That's the sides and bottom. Side bottom. Neville side bottom. That's 4. Don't cut any more off this one, Dave. Should we juggle with these instead? Don't cut anything off it. You're just using it as a guide for the length. Cool. That's how many we got now. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. there's like I said, there's a risk that we could get this one looking better because we know what we're doing now, or that it actually looks worse because I know what I'm doing now. I'm not taking my time as much, you can tell by the way I'm making these. That's 6. This is 7. That's 7. Don't cut anything off it, Dave. That's 8. Well, those bits, honestly, they're all over the floor. I'll get stuck in the back. I think I cut a bit off it. No, anyway, they're the bits. So that has completely skinned over. It does not have any gluability at all on that. It's at the bottom, it is. So we'll do the middle-ish. No, let's do the edge first. Edge. What? How was that so much bigger? That's wrong, Dave. You've got that so wrong. Yeah, that one's okay. How did I get it so wrong? Is this one okay? Yep, that's okay. Don't know how I managed to get that one so wrong. I didn't. I put any more collal on them because they both got like this had already got loads on it. Oh dear, this is not as going as well. Is it finger? Is it a finger issue? It might be a finger issue. Hang on a minute. Right, well, they're slightly better. They're not as good as they could be, but I haven't been and washed them. I've just wiped them. So don't press too hard and press it off, Dave. If you want to press it on, not press it off. Maybe like that. Put something on top of it, something heavy, that'll do. Then we want to do these the right. Why is that so much longer? That's what I want to know. It isn't. All the rest of them seem to be the same size. That's very sticky. That's the one I didn't want. You're the one I don't want. You are the one I don't want. The one I don't want. Oh yes, indeed. These are all the same size. I need to cut a tiny bit off these, I think. Look, they stick out way too far on that edge. Can I cut that off? Oh yes, I can. Did it do it? Yes, it did. How about this side? Not so bad this side. Tiny bit. I don't know what I've cut now and what I haven't cut. That'll do. I think that's going to be the right size. I'm not cutting it. I'm just gonna go with it. It's big, too big, but I'm gonna go with it and see what it looks like. Gives it a rustic flavour if they're all a bit different, doesn't it? You know, I said I wanted to go rustic. So I'm very, very sticky. Very, very. That might have to be the back. No, I don't want to cut any more. Oh, I do need to cut some more, but not. Don't need it now. Right, that's that end. That fits that end. That's fine. I know this is a complete waste of Kalal, but if I try and just squirt it out onto the back of these sticks, it's just gonna squodge everywhere, and that's the problem because my fingers are absolutely caked in. Oh, this can't be the front because this stick is not straight. Let's try this stick. Guess I didn't need any more colour on it. There's enough on the card, but we wanted to go for a dilapidated look, didn't we? So definitely going to get that with these. Oh, that is really wonky. This is me being cocky about it. That's why. Just thinking, oh, I'll just do this and I'll cut 4 at a time and meh. And actually, that's not the best way to do it. Cutting them one individually is actually better, Dave. Don't try and cut corners. Just cut bits of wood. Sorry, there's a lot of concentrating in this video, isn't there? But hopefully you are enjoying it, and it's another learning curve for you. That bottom is not quite sticking down. Oh, don't press that, Dave. You just squash that off. Idiot. Definitely glad I built it round something. Can you imagine trying to build it freehand? I'd have to hammer tiny weeny little nails into... No, Dave, that's not going to happen. Get off me, everything's so sticky. Right, let's do the sides. No, wrong way up. So remember, I need you to tell me whether you think we should use these or not. Or if you think that's right. So there are a couple of questions. First of all, should we have window boxes full stop? Are these suitable? And next question is if you think I should start again or abandon all hope, ye who enter. So this is when I'm supposed to be using the squeezers, but completely forgot. Lots of Kalal squeezing out. Which side am I using? Can't remember. I think I'm using this side, aren't I? Good, because the back of this looks terrible. No, Dave, squeezers, not cutters. Oh, Dave, don't keep putting through. Is that it? Is it? Don't keep throwing it in the glue. Just a tiny bit is all you need. Yeah, that hangs over the edge. That needs some of this chopping off it. This is too fiddly for me, 'cause I've got pork pie fingers. No, I can't. I really can't cut that. That's way too fiddly. See? Don't want to try to get my fingers out of the way. It comes with me. Cut that bit off and see whether that fits now. I know I said I didn't need any more glue, but I've put some more on anyway. Who are you calling a moron? Oh, it fits. It's fine. It looks terrible, but I can't cut it off now. Maybe a pair of scissors. Maybe not. It's alright. It's alright. It's a miniature with look going for the rustic look, which is a flaming good job, really, isn't it? It's alright, folks. We're nearly done. So, are you prepared for Christmas? Is there anything you still need to do, or have you not even started? That's the question. I mean, like, you know, you celebrated. Have you started? Have you put your decorations up? I haven't put mine up. I don't tend to put them up until usually the second week of December. And then, I mean, like, as a family, we used to put ours up on Christmas Eve. But, you know, I don't leave it that long. I mean, not much point if you're putting them up on Christmas Eve. You're taking them down like 6 days later, aren't you? Epiphany. Well, that's when you take it down, isn't it? It's the 6th of... No. 5th... 6 days. It's 12 days of Christmas. Oh, 12 days later, not 6 days later, you idiot, Dave. See, I can't use squeezers. I don't know what is wrong with me. They are a learning curve, and also can't cope with sticky fingers. I mean, like, this kind of sticky isn't too bad. I don't like sticky, sweet sticky fingers. I think I've said this before. Oh, goodness sake, just stick on there. Right, that's fine. That's going that way. Turning it around. We're having it this way round. It looks terrible. I know. Or maybe I'm just being too hard on myself. How big were these? One of them. I need another one. And then that one, and then I think we've kind of done, and I'll show you the end result. Well, the mashed result. Oh, come on. And now everything is just covered in glue. It's all just covered in glue. can't see the pencil mark. Don't drop the thing in the, again. Don't drop the little thing in the, again. And then that piece on. Let it go. Not. Oh, honestly. No, stay there. Don't glue together. Right, that's the two of them. Let me just give it a quick tidy up and I'll come back to you. Okay, folks, so these are the window boxes. Like I say, they are very rustic. I'm not sure I am 100% happy with them. I don't know whether that's me being overly critical of myself or you feel the same. What do you think about them in situ? I will stain them. I think I'm going to make them the same colour, probably the same colour as the frames, or I might paint them white. Actually, do you know something? If I think about it, if I painted them white, maybe they won't look quite so bad. Because the staining, I'm not sure the staining would work because of the Collal glue. Maybe we should just paint them. Anyway, what do you think? Should I use them? What do you think about them? I mean, like, you know, don't look at the inside because the inside will be covered up. The back will be covered up as well because they'll be stuck to the house. But yeah, tell me what you think. So, anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. You know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up. Please comment on whether you think I should use the planters or whether you think I should go back to the drawing board and try and create something else, or whatever you think. Or should I just abandon all hope, ye who enter? You let me know, and that's it. So thank you very much for joining me today. My name is Dash of Dave. Don't forget, tune in on Monday when I'll have something else wonderfully crafty. So Fridays is all about me just playing and doing this house thing, trying to make this diorama. Mondays are usually a Monday make. We make something. I don't know what it is. It's different things all the time. And Wednesdays is usually a one sheet wonder. So I will see you in one of the next videos. Take care, folks. Lots of love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots of hugs. Don't forget, I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, folks. See you soon. Bye.